Hello guys, today we are going to discuss on how to extend a material master in MDG by having a custom attribute inside that. So I am going to add an attribute inside material main UI. So I am showing that I am going to create material and I am choosing any CR type here. So change request type, I am choosing my own change request type and click on continue. Now we can see the material data got opened. Here material is there, material type is there, industry sector is there, and some other data is there. So what I want to do is I want to add one extra attribute here, an extra field here under authorization group. So that value should get stored in Mara table. So because material master, as we know, material master data stores in Mara or MM01 T code. So if we check this in S11 Mara, we can see all these fields. So we have to add one field here, so we can start. So let's quickly start that process. Notepad, I am just noting it down what I am doing, so it will be reference for you. So first I am going to add field in Mara. We can do it this in any order. Like first we can add in MDG, that is also fine. After that we can add in Mara, that is also fine. Any sequence is fine, but we have to follow. I am just following this sequence. First I am adding field in Mara, but focus here. When we are adding in Mara, better to extend in eMara structure because it is a include structure here. If we don't do this, we may face some issues. I am just doing in eMara because this structure will be included in other structures so that data transfer will take easily. Else we may face some issues. That's why I am doing like this. Now I am going to click on append structure in eMara. So I am not having any append structure, custom append structures here. I am going to click on create append and give any name z custom eMara. I am just creating this append. This got created. Custom field here. I just want to create some external number. So zzextnum. I am just keeping this component name types and component type. I will mention it x. No. I have to mention this just num5 because I want to give this as 5 characters long with numbers only. So this is like numc. So 5 characters length. That's it. I am saving this local object and activating this. So after addition in eMara, we have to focus on other structures for data transfer. Those structures are based on SAP installed version. So I am adding into CMD structures, CMD underscore star Mara. So our table name should include, and then there will be 3 structures related to CMD. So these structures will in backend, these structures are used by SAP to transfer data. So if you don't extend to these structures, data may be missing somehow. It may face some other issues. So these structures are required, and also there are other 3 structures which starts with MDG underscore star Mara, MDG underscore star Mara underscore X. I don't know exact name, but I just remember like Mara UI. So if UI is for field property control, both sides, and x is for whether we are doing change in arrow, that x will be marked. So if we don't add into x, we may face issues while changing existing material data. So this MDG Mara, it is normal transfer structure, that's it. These three structures and these three structures are mandatory to enhance. Now I am going to another structure. Go to data type and just adding MDG star Mara, and let's click on this structures. So it got filled automatically. Let's go into this, and then we can see Mara has been included in this. So Mara means eMara is also getting included. So that's why automatically that field will be filled here. We can see this one ext num, it is already filled, so we don't need to extend explicitly here. Also for CMD also it will be automatically filled because of Mara. Here also it will be automatically filled, we don't need to check again. But where it is not getting filled is in X structures, we have to manually do it. Underscore X. Let's first focus on CMDG underscore mat, and in this structure let's do some append structure here. Any structure append. Okay, custom field X. I am going to create this append name. Custom field X. So here I will give same number here ext number as component, and here types here x feld. This is the component type. This is just a checkbox component. Let's go back. We can see all these are having x feld. That is the component type. So let's go back. Now focus on underscore UI component. If we go inside this, here also we have to do it manually. We cannot find our structure. So I am going to create one append structure here. Here we can see z custom field underscore UI zz ext num. This is the component. Again here component type we have to do it carefully, because this component type it should be checkbox and field stat only, because we have to compare with other component types which are there in this structure. Custom field UI X, saving it and activating. Go back. So we can see all these are having same component types. From that only we can copy this and paste in the inside this component type, this one. Now next we have to focus on CMD Mara X and CMD Mara UI. So let's go to that CMD BS Mara X here also, and then go to append structure, create an append structure here, z custom field CMD X I am creating with this. Here this component external number, types, component type as xfeld. That's it. Here I am adding description custom field CMD X. That's it. I am going to save it and activate. That's it. Now I am going to add in UI display. Now append structure, again same CMD underscore UI. These append names we have to add it by our own. For me it is coming like in drop down because I have entered it previously, that's why. So component typing types, and then component type I can mention it MDG CMDBS field stat. Now here's description custom field CMD UI. That's it. That's it guys. Now we have added in all these structures. There is another T code OMSR, that is also fine, or SPRO. So because I will forget T codes, I will just remember this paths and all. I am going to logistics general, click on material master. I am going to field selection. So assign fields to field selection groups. I am clicking on this. Here we have to give table name and field name. So field name still that field will not be there here because I haven't added here. Now what I will do, I will again go to known field name Mara. So weight unit I am going to copy from this and mention here ZZ. What is that field name? ZZEXTNUM. I am going to add this field name and then click on enter. This has been added. Save. Go back. Let's go and check from MDJIMG now. Add field attribute in MDGMM. Material. So let's go back to MDJIMG. Here we can see in general settings, data modeling, define edit data model. In this MM, go to entity types. So here main entity type, because I have chosen main UI, it will be material. So I am directly going to position and entering material here. We can go into this. This is type 1 entity. Inside this we can add that attribute name. So here I am adding same attribute name which is in database table from Mara. Now this data element I am giving same and then click on save and submit this. Click on save and then activate this data model. I am clicking on this activate button. So it should not give any errors. We can ignore warnings. So it has been modified. Click on continue. And then generate data model structures. So extend mappings. Here we have to select material root because it is main in UI. Go to transformations guys and here click on add. So add field mapping. Now go down. We have to select same field in both sides. ZZEXTNUM and this side also. So here also ZZEXTNUM. Map it and click on save button. That's it. This has been saved. Now we can go and open another mapping. So all these mapping details we can see here inside data model specific structures. Here there is one mapping. We have to select this and go to this folder. So here in material we can see another mapping, PP mapping and STM mapping. Just now we have done STM mapping. Now I am going to do PP mapping. So MDG this PP mapping and click on OK. Now I am going to main. So I just want to go to material root main entity. So I am clicking on this material and click on details. Now edit. Go to transformations, add a new transformation, click on field mapping. Now here we have to select from where to where that data has to go. So both sides it is same, right? That is why we have to select zzextnum and this side also zzextnum and click on map. So this has been mapped. So guys, here we for my system it is there should be one node which is missing. I just want to add that node, or else I am going to give this switch name. So mine is MDG application framework 7. So that's why I am giving this switch name here and clicking on save button. So same thing I have to do for my previous also. I am going to do same to my STM mapping because I forgot to do that. I am going here and go to MatMara details. Here I will add MDG application framework 7 and click on enter and click on save. That's it. So these two mappings has been done. So after mapping we have to extend mappings and then we have to add field in the UI. I am going to add that field. I am going to create material. So we can see post processing of data model activation not completed. If we face this issue, we have to go to this report or else go to edit data model and do this. So adjust staging, execute So after this has to be done after mapping has been done. So this is done. Now let's go to change request type, go back, go to create material, select any change request type and click on continue. Here we can see our custom field is not available. I am going to technical help, component customizing. If customizing is not there, we have to create a new customizing from component configuration. As it is available for me, I am directly going into customizing. So to create customizing from configuration, we have to go to other functions and do it in that case. So in my case, I am going to customizing mode and go last here and we can see extnum is there. I am going to this and drag and drop here wherever we require. Here I am changing this to material external material number and then save. That's it. So UI modeling has been done. Now I am going to create material. So any change request type, click on continue. So here we can see this UI. Now I am going to add some 99999. Now material type I am giving as some waste, industrial sector, let's give beverage, and description we have to give some bottles. Now I am going to add unit of measure square inch and then just submitting this change request. So let's refresh this. Workflow is currently being processed. But final check approved. Now we can see this external material number 99999. This is not getting disappeared. So we can also go into MM03 and then enter same material number. Let's see all org levels. So we can see this one. Now if we go to Mara SE16 Mara, so 567 275 275, double click this. Here we will be able to see the number which is stored here, ZZEXTNUM. So that's all guys. So it is working in reuse mode.